Did you know that if an airline damages your suitcase, your options may be severely limited? Like, you'd think they just cut you a check for the fair market replacement and then call it a day. But no, that is not how it works. A couple months ago, I broke my cardinal rule of traveling. I checked a bag. And when the baggage rolled off the carousel in San Diego, it was severely cracked. Like, RIP to my very favorite suitcase. We had a great run. We traveled the world together, and I am very sorry to see it go. But I learned a lot about what to do when the airline damages your suitcase that I'm going to share with you in this video. And I'm going to give you some tips so that you can protect yourself from this future hassle. So let's get into it. Before we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel inspo and how-to content. Okay, so in 2024, the Department of Transportation had a bunch of new rules go into effect that have to do with like the passenger's right on airplanes. One of those rules has to do with baggage. Now, under that rule, an airline is liable to pay up to $4,700 for damaged or lost luggage. So that's supposed to cover the suitcase and the contents. So you'd think they'd just like cut you a check and you'd be done. However, the airline has the option to repair or replace your luggage if they break it, instead of just giving you a check for the value. And the airline is allowed to deduct for depreciation, which means if your bag is over a year old, you're not getting the same amount that you paid for it. So if you have a nice suitcase like I did, you're SOL, because they're not going to give you a new one. In my case, I had an away brand luggage that I absolutely adore, and it came off the carousel completely cracked. Like, there was no repairing this thing. Now, because my bag was over a year old, in fact, it was several years old, the airline deemed that it was not worth the value that I paid for it, even though it was in like perfect condition. And instead of cutting me a check, they offered me a replacement, which is not as nice as my suitcase. So if your bag gets damaged, here's what you're gonna do. Step one is to immediately take photos of the damage. I actually took photos of it like right in front of the baggage carousel. You're going to need proof and documentation. Even better if you actually have the receipt for your suitcase. That can help tremendously in helping you to prove the value. Second thing you're gonna do if you are still at the airport is immediately go to the airline's baggage desk. Go to the counter, report the damage, start your claim right there. You have a limited amount of time to do this. Usually it's like 7 days. So if you're at the airport, you might as well just go ahead and take care of it right away. If you're not still at the airport, don't worry. You can usually go onto the airline's customer service website and fill out a form. I just went into the airline and I used the chat function to say my bag was damaged. What do I do? They immediately sent me a link to a form to fill out. I actually did this in the Uber on the ride home, so I was ready. Now, step 3, as you fill out this form, you're opening a claim with the airline. So you can track the status of your claim as you go through and make sure that you stay on top of it, because they don't really want to pay you unless they have to. Step 4, you're gonna follow the airline's procedures. Now, the airline that damaged my suitcase uses a company called Ryan's Luggage. Ryan's Luggage is a repair or replacement company. So the airline opened a ticket with Ryan's Luggage. They contacted me and they said, we're going to send somebody to your house to pick up your luggage. Send us a picture of the damage. So I sent them a picture of the damage and they immediately were like, oh no, we can't repair that. You qualify for a replacement. Now, my understanding being that if they could have repaired it, like if it was a wheel or a handle or something, they would have just taken my suitcase and repaired the suitcase and brought it back to me. But this was a hard shell crack, so like we were done for. But instead of replacing my exact very expensive bag, they offered me a selection of bags that I could choose from, none of which were comparable to my bag, which sucked. Now, I ended up choosing an alternative and they shipped it to me, and it's fine. It's like it's like a piece of luggage that you might buy at TJ Maxx. It's totally fine, but it's not the suitcase that I love. So your next step is to check your credit card for protection. If you purchased your airline tickets with a credit card that offers some sort of baggage insurance, you may be eligible for compensation for your broken bag. This is going to vary wildly by credit card. So the best way to check this out, there's 2 ways. First of all, you're gonna Google your credit card's terms and conditions. You're gonna find that little booklet, that like they mailed you when you got the credit card that you immediately threw away. You can still find that online. Find that, look for baggage protection, and then call the number on the back of your card to confirm whatever protection that they're gonna give you and ask how you open a claim. The second thing you're gonna do if your credit card doesn't reimburse you is to check if your suitcase has a warranty program. Now, I was so lucky because I had an away brand suitcase and they have a lifetime warranty against damage on your luggage. So I just reached out to Away, I told them what happened. They told me to go ahead and pack my bag up, ship it back to them, and they let me select a completely new suitcase and sent it to me for free. It was wild and so exciting, and I'm so grateful because I love that suitcase so much. So obviously having something happen to your luggage is super annoying, and that's why I always advocate for carry-on only. But there are a few ways that you can help protect yourself from future baggage damage issues. First off, invest in a suitcase with a great warranty program. A lot of these direct-to-consumer luggage programs that you'll see like on Instagram now usually have some sort of great warranty, so double check that and then consider making the investment. I know it's a little more expensive, but so worth it to get a brand new suitcase. Second thing you can do is book all of your travel with a credit card that has great travel insurance. If you already have a travel card that you love, pull up that booklet that came with it, or Google it because you probably threw it out, and see what kind of protection they add for baggage, or just go ahead and call the number on the back of the card to confirm. If you're looking for an option that offers baggage insurance, there are lots of great options from Chase, American Express, Capital One. For example, the Sapphire Reserved or Preferred cards offer up to $3,000 in baggage insurance. Many of the American Express cards offer up to $2,000. It really varies by whichever one you sign up for. So I recommend just doing a really basic Google search of what credit cards provide baggage damage protection, and you'll get a few good options. Just be sure to read the fine print of the terms and conditions of whichever card you're interested in. The other thing you can do to protect yourself is after you pack, take a picture of everything inside your luggage and of the bag itself, the outside of the bag itself. That's going to help you support your claim should something happen, so you have direct proof to the airline of exactly what was lost or damaged. And that will help you get more of the value back of whatever it was that got messed up. If you want to learn how to travel like a pro and reduce stress on your next trip, I recommend that you go watch this video next. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up so other people can find it. And until next time, go create a life you love. Bye!